on, Foxy. It's your birthday. Not for real, just for play. This is Cree Summer, and Moana Nui will be right back.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Moana Nui Podcast. We here. Why am I singing? I think because we just talked about Moana 2.
Moana.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, while I'm there, like if y'all didn't miss the Moana 2 episode, please go back and check it out. We had a lot of fun talking about the movie and our aspirations and wishes for Disney and our thank yous and all the good things that the movie, brought and what we'd like to see going forward. So definitely check that one out. Yeah. So today we're here. This might be, I think it's like the second to the last show. One of our last shows for 2024 here on the Moana Nui Podcast. We've been really grinding this year, y'all. I don't know if you guys realize how much content we've created. This is pretty insane.
It's a lot.
And we still got more to put out.
Yes. And so I just want to thank, all of you as being, a huge core component of our show. Dana and I are really appreciative of everything that you guys do and the growth that we're seeing, with our viewership, the growth and, the connectivity across the teams. And, this is just a place for us to hang out and be and talk about the stuff we want to talk about because we want to talk about it. It's our show. Like it or not, it's our show.
It's our party.
That's right. Yes.
Exactly.
Moana Nui in the house.
I'm jealous.
Yes. We got to get you one too, Joy. We got to get you one.
Yeah.
So that everybody can rock their Moana Nui gear. And we go into cons and we be like, yep, squad in here. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Especially coming into that press room, be like,
bam, we're here. What's up? Clear the room.
I just realized your t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
You gotta lift it up, sis. Adulting.
1 star for adulting. Overpriced, overrated.
Absolutely.
Do not recommend.
Mm-hmm. With my favorite character on it. Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite Disney character.
Your fellow Eagles buddy, she made this for me.
Nice.
Yeah, that is so cute. Can I get one? Can I?
Yes.
I'm just saying.
She needs Stitch on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm like, as long as the mouse hasn't gotten to you for making this.
Right.
Yes.
Or they won't see this.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm not disclosing a name.
Right.
Fair.
Good job, Dana. Good job.
Protect her at all costs. Protect them at all costs, whoever they may be.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so 2024 is here. The ending. I don't know where the year went. It's been a good one, a tough one. I don't know. How has it been for y'all in overall? What are your thoughts on 2024?
I'm a paraphrase one of my friends' Facebook status messages from about a week or so ago. The season finale of 2024 has been wild. And that's about as best as I can describe the last 2 months. Before that, though, the first 10 months were kind of lit.
Yeah. It's like that meme of saying, 2024 had us in the first half.
Yes.
I will admit, they had us in the first half.
Yes.
Got us excited. And then on the second half was like, you thought 2020 was a mess? Here we go. Hold my beer.
Yeah. I will say, again, I mentioned this on last month's show. MomoCon was probably by far one of the best things I've done this year. And because my cousin, my oldest cousin, whose son I have basically indoctrinated into nerd culture because he's found his own path of stuff now that he is, what is he, 14 now?
Ooh,
and his voice has changed and everything. So he called me. So I sent him the DC Showcase comic book because our good friend Greg Burnham wrote a story in there.
Burnham.
I forgot which character he wrote for, but I bought his last 2 copies at Dragon Con. He basically like was pulling them out. I was like, Dag, these are my last 2 copies. I was like, here's my card. Go ahead and just ring those up. Don't even set those on the table. They're not display items. They're mine. Like, just take my card, ring it up, put them in my bag. And so I have one. I sent one to him. And when he called me to thank me for it, I was expecting his little high-pitched voice because it's been a while since I heard from him. And it was like very deep. And I'm like, who is this dude? I see the name on my phone. I know who it is, but who is? So yeah, but I've gotten him in the comic books, in video games, and he's found his own path through anime with my help. So he's seen stuff that I haven't even dared to dip into yet. And but yeah, I told him about MomoCon and just the experience and all the people I interviewed, and he's asking who's that and who is that, and he recognized some people because they're voice actors, and he's excited. He said he would love to come down here and for the weekend and go to the convention. I told his dad, I was like, hey, you can go ahead. He's old enough now; he can fend for himself in in certain spaces. He can crash in my crib, take him down there, as long as he knows that I'll be in the interview room most of the day. And have trouble, you can pretty much wander around and have a good time on your own. Just check in with me every so often, so I know that you're still alive.
Yes.
Dragon Con, howsoever, he cannot come down to Dragon because I am not a responsible human being when it comes to Dragon Con.
No, you are not.
as everyone who's been to Dragon Con with me will know, once we get there, y'all on your own. I am doing my own thing. I will wander off and do XYZ. And if our schedules mesh up between the hours of sunrise and sunset, we will intertwine or interconnect at those points, unless I have something assigned to do. But until the sun goes down, there is no, hey, come with me to this. No, if that's on my schedule of things I want to do, then I will meet you at that thing, unless my day is completely empty.
We were all walking towards one of the hotels, and I promise you, I looked up to a sound, and I was like, hey, James, what? And it was like Thanos had snapped him, like, and he was just gone. I was like, he was just here. Where did he go? I don't even see his shadow. Like, I couldn't have been looking away that long. He was gone, out. I saw him like 3 hours later with the bag stuff.
Probably had a bag of stuff, told her all the fun stuff I did in those 3 hours I was gone, panel I went to and everything. Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
But for me, this year has been right, like the first half, the first 8 months, first 10. For a while, I was like, we can do it, and then I was like, y'all ain't gonna do it, are you? Tons of
Guys.
And now I went from we can do it to y'all ain't gonna do it to don't ask me to do it.
Right.
Don't ask me for
the last
anything.
couple months have been. There's a line from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh gosh.
Where Carl is trying to console Frylock when they think that Master Shake is dead. And Carl is like, hey, buddy, if you ever need anything at all, you know who to call. Someone else. And that's my feeling. Going into 2024, I ain't got it. I'm not going to do it. Call somebody else. But personally, it's been a good year. I did some trips. I went out of the country a couple times.
Nice.
Business has been good. In spite of because I do D&I. So in spite of everybody trying to kill D&I, there's a whole lot of companies that are still like, we need to understand our neurodivergent new hires. Can you help? Yeah, I can help because that falls under diversity. So I've pivoted to all of that. But I'm 50. So I have moved into my era of get off my lawn.
Yes.
It's too loud. All you kids need to, and in my day we had it hard.
IDGF.
I actually have a sticker that I got from Dragon Con that's like the life meter for a video game, and it just says fucks. And it's down to 0. I'm 0 out of 100.
Yep.
Yes.
It's my work computer.
Oh my God.
I've sent reels on Facebook to some of the few people at work I interact with outside of work, and it's basically a baby on a Roomba floating around and says, my attitude for work for the rest of the year. And I'm like, just so y'all know, don't ask me no type of specific questions. Don't ask me if I know so and so. Don't ask me if I know how to. I'm just here from the time I clock in to the time I clock out, and that's about it.
Minimum effort.
Yep.
Yes. Very minimum.
So where did you travel to, Joy, this year?
I went to Barcelona and Greece.
Ooh,
very nice.
How was Barcelona?
On a business trip, boondoggle at that, so I could write the whole thing off.
I know that's great.
As a business trip, because one of my clients was getting married and we were trying to schedule something at work, and she's like, oh, love, I'm not going to be because she's from Great Britain. Oh, love, I'm not going to be able to do that because I'll be getting married in Greece. And I was like, girl, invite me to your wedding. And she did. And because we're cool. And she did. And so attending a client's wedding counts as business entertainment. So not every day, but the trip over there and the hotel stay there, I can write all that off. Now I popped over to Barcelona because why not? Barcelona is beautiful. I can see why people think about living there. It was great. Greece is New York with more Greek accent.
That's a
It
good
looks just like New York, and with ruins. Yo, and I'm gonna tell you, when they say ruins, they mean it.
Ruins.
You're thinking, oh, this used to be a temple. Yo, this is a pile of rocks. Are you trying to tell me? Imagine the temple that used to be. I can't imagine nothing because I'm rock.
Give me an outline.
Look at more rocks at the top of the mountain. I'll be down here. Call me when y'all ready to go back to the bus because I'm gonna be down here chilling in the shade. It's hot as hell out here. It's crazy.
I was like, look, get some projectors and like make a 3D image.
Just show Clash of the Titans on the side of the building and tell us it was true. We don't know. We're Americans. We don't care. We ain't really
somebody's old house got tore down. Yes, this is some ruins right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Athenian ruins.
This is where Caesar was stabbed right here.
Right.
We're like,
this is where Cleopatra and Brutus got down.
First episode of our history segment.
Right.
Is it really a ruin or is it just rubble?
Right. Ruins or rubble, you decide.
Oh man.
Oh my God.
Be like, love it or list it. Arcane edition. Like, I'm gonna rebuild it. Yo, it's 6 rocks out. There's not even running water over here. What are you talking about rebuild? Although they did have some bomb ass aqueducts. They had sewage, which is amazing for that time period.
Yes.
Well, that's due to the Moors, but that's a different story.
And towards the end of this year, around October, I got so irritated with the male version of the species that I actually started planning a retreat just to get away from men. That's how bad it was. James, you do not count because you are one of the few men that actually helped me that day at Spelman and Morehouse Homecoming, where I just decided I hated men. I hated men. And then I saw James. I was like, James, help me carry this 6 tons of shit to my car. And he helped me for a ride home. But he helped me. And not too many other guys would. And so, yeah, when I plan the retreat, I'll let y'all know because it's going to be for Black women only.
Okay.
If I can get a woman only staff, I will. I'm telling you.
Well, you got some people on this show that you can definitely recruit because we got a lot of women on the show.
And it's not going to be a self-help like, super whatever. It's going to be, I need peace and quiet away from people that count on me. I need to be not counted on for a few days. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. That's important.
Yes.
Oh man, we got somebody joining
That's
in.
serious.
I know this guy.
What's going on, people? Sorry I'm late.
Work.
Yes. We're talking about what we, about 2024 for our perspective. Everybody's giving, they're good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
So yeah, we were just talking about Joy's trips to Greece and Spain.
Yeah, nice.
Was it during the running of bulls?
No, it wasn't that. It was pretty chill.
Do that.
I would not run from bulls because I need to mind my business. I would mind my business from the bulls.
Yeah.
Watching other people get gored on.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just dumb.
I'm behind be like, he went that way. Go ahead.
I wouldn't even be on the street because I've seen those bulls not be able to slow down and like hop the fence or whatever. I'm gonna be on at least the second level.
Yeah.
Talking about dang, like every time somebody got from up here. Ooh.
Yeah, mid-20s me would definitely run with the bulls. I'm pretty sure mid-20s me would have definitely done that if given the opportunity. Late 40s me right now will watch that joint on video from anywhere else in the world that's not there.
I will run the clip. That's it.
Any version of me that's
there. World star.
Any version of me that's ever been alive would be like, "Ooh, what's wrong with them fools? What they doing?" No.
It's like, who decided it's a good idea to do?
Nope.
Yes. I was like,
watch it's entertainment, I guess.
I think it was meant for Darwin effects. They were trying to eliminate people. It's a Darwin thing. If people keep running it, they are trying their best.
Population control.
I'm trying to remember how that started too, because I felt like at one point it was just a thing for like the young men in the region to pretty much, generate clout to talk to the young ladies.
It was like a dare.
Yeah. And you can and in certain regions that's probably a good pickup line. I ran from the bulls, or I ran with the bulls. That depending on how you want to phrase it, and as a pickup line to a woman you're courting, and probably 80% success rate. Being generous.
I ran with the bulls, girl.
Right.
So do you
know what else I can run with?
It originally started as cattle herders who wanted to transport their animals from barges or the countryside into the city centers for sale or bullfights. And it was, what does it say? Spain in the early 14th century.
Wow.
Okay. I can see that.
Look how it evolved.
Right.
700 years. What? No, 600 years.
Those trainers was like, look at these people coming here. We're going to change. Okay, Shepherd, we're not going to do this. We need to get these people out of our country. We're going to have them run. Yeah, that's what we're going to tell them.
Yeah. Tell them it's fun. Tell them they won't get hurt. They'll be all right.
Yep.
The bulls have rubber on the horns.
Yeah.
Tell them it makes them virile. They'll do it.
They'll do anything.
The things men will go through for virility is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not even going to distract us with that, with where my mind just went like down a whole rabbit hole on health insurance and Viagra. Let's
Yes. One of our history segments, we're going to talk about world history on that.
Like 30 hours of drunk history and at least 20 hours of Adam ruins everything in my head.
Yes.
And I could pull all of it out at a moment's notice.
Adam Ruins Everything was a great show. I wish that would come back.
It was on.
He still does it on TikTok and stuff.
Does he?
He's on TikTok and he still does it.
Some of his early stuff is on Netflix too. Like they pulled some of his stuff.
Yeah. Because people will make comments about certain things and he'll use it as a comment and say, hey, this is all right. Someone asked me this question. Here's this video. So yeah, he still dives into it on TikTok.
Okay, good.
I never heard of that, so I'm gonna have to check that out.
No, Mark, we are not at AWA. We are hoping one year that AWA will approve us for press.
AWA.
We get approved everywhere else.
Speaking of AWA, considering it's one of the bigger conventions here in the Atlanta region, why did they move from Halloween weekend to the middle of December?
It's because of them changing venues. That was the only date they could get.
Do they plan to move back towards Halloween weekend at any point?
Well, they're trying to find out from attendees how that will play out because one, DecemberCon is good because it's cooler and everything else for people who's cosplaying, but at the same time, a lot of people have asked for a WinterCon. So they're going to see if they're not seeing the numbers in attendees to justify keeping it in December, then they probably would move it back to October.
Interesting.
In 2026.
Yes, in 2026. Yes. So in 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because unfortunately they had the advantage up until they outgrew their venue, and then they had to wait for the contract to because they had a multi-year
Cobb Galleria?
contract.
They outgrew Cobb. You know what? Never mind. I remember going to out there, Cobb. That the venue was big. There's just not a lot of rooms.
Yes.
That okay. So yeah.
Yeah. So
okay.
Okay. So they plan to move back to October 2026. Okay.
Got it.
So that's probably when they could finally get an October date.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know they said when they moved to Georgia World Congress Center because they needed a bigger venue based on how the numbers have been for the last 6 years, and they had to wait until the contract finished last year, and then now they're there. But whoever has repetitive, like MomoCon, everybody locks in their dates every year on multi-year contracts. They get whatever's left over, in December was what they could get.
Okay, cool. As long as it's not homecoming weekend, we good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the question. When they're going to do it in October, based on
I'm
what
just
they're
letting
doing.
you know that two of us Bell
Yeah.
House, so we will at least not on Saturday.
Yeah, as long as it's not that Saturday.
Good
Mark,
question,
we're
Mark.
trying to find out too,
We wondering too.
because he keeps asking why we're not approved yet, and they haven't answered me back in the last 2 years. So we don't know. I'm like, we get into Dragon Con, we get into MomoCon, we get into DreamHack this year. We got approved for DreamHack.
Wait, when is DreamHack?
DreamHack is in November.
Oh, okay, so we missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I missed that.
Yeah. We'll talk. If y'all want to do that with me next year. We need as much
Video
help.
games all over the place? Yes, please.
No, I mean,
Yeah, me and Opie was trying to do it, and it was a lot. Trying to it was a lot.
Need a team.
Yes, we need a team. The coverage, I was just like, yes, we would love to cover that, but we are up here on the 4th floor. We are not going to get down there in the next 5 minutes.
Wow.
But yeah, DreamHack was a great experience. We got some, great interviews and everything with that. So we're looking forward to going back to it next year because, we got to interview the pro players and stuff that are part of the pro esports team. And then we posted the interview not too long ago. One of the interviews in partnership with Avid, which is one of their sponsors. They also are a sponsor for a esports team here in Atlanta. The coach, who used to be an esports player, graduate of Morehouse. Yes. So you have to check out the interview because he talks about him establishing the first esports team here in Atlanta and everything.
Yeah, because I remember when Morehouse picked up esports, I want to say in 2017 or 2018. It's fairly recent.
Yeah. So he now has he is a coach for a pro esports team that is here in Atlanta. So it's Atlanta's first pro esports team.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. It's not one of the college or high school esports. This is a pro team. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good.
So, but yeah, he's a Morehouse alumni and everything. So yeah, he talked about from him being an esports pro player to now coaching one, a whole team of them. So yeah.
Yeah, because I can tell you right now, there've been plenty of nights where I should have been asleep or studying, and we're running Tecmo Bowl seasons from midnight to 6 a.m.
Oh man, those were the good old days.
I know, when you seem like you have so much time and
what happened to my life? Like
you can operate on 3 hours of sleep and not be tired.
Yo, I had to think about that. Like, how did I manage to go to all my classes, most of them, hit the parties, study, and still manage to watch like must-see TV on Thursday nights and something else? And I'm like, and then in my early work career, I watched every episode of like Living Single and Seinfeld and most of Friends. Like, where did I have time to watch all this TV and stuff? Because now, like, I'm a binge something on Saturday, and the rest of the week I don't have time for that. And I work for myself, and I don't work every day. So how is it that I don't have any time to watch television anymore? What is that? You know what it is? Laundry.
Laundry, cleaning house.
Yeah.
Doctor's appointments.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cooking your own food.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Adulting.
Adulting.
Again,
Like my
one
shirt
star.
says,
Do not
one
recommend.
star. Do not recommend. Overpriced and overrated. Because
Absolutely.
why were we trying to rush to become an adult? We really thought we were going to have all this free time. We get to do whatever we want.
That lasts
The
from
lies
like
they
18
told
to
us.
20, and then you're back on the grind.
Exactly.
Adulthood is a lie.
Yes.
Don't do it. It's a lie.
Don't do it.
Avoid at all costs.
Exactly.
Yes.
And save your money. Don't try to move out. Don't move out too soon. Save out that money.
You know what? As we talk like this, and then we have friends who are like, these Gen Z kids today, they don't want to do anything. They don't want to leave the house, and they just want to live at home forever. It's because we keep saying stuff like this, like, don't leave. Stay a kid as long as you want.
Hey, I tell them do it, because once you start paying rent, insurance, all of that stuff,
Bills.
yes, all those bills. Because when you look back, it's like, yeah, you had maybe a phone bill if you had a phone at that, at that time. Whatever money you wanted to spend on stuff, yeah. But something after 30, that switch went.
Yup.
And I'm sorry, unless you are married, get you a roommate. It makes things so much easier.
Yup.
True.
Well, it depends on the roommate.
That is fair. That is fair. That is fair.
It's still a
Because some of them
partnership.
will make it worse for you.
That is
Yeah, there's some people I won't live with.
Having a roommate is basically still a partnership.
This
Yes.
is true.
You got to interview them like you interview somebody to start a job. You got to interview them.
Yeah.
You got to get background checks and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because the way they have that whole series about, my roommate.
Worst roommate ever.
Yes.
I've seen some episodes.
Yeah, I saw the preview, but I haven't checked out the episodes yet. I'm afraid. I'm like, oh god.
Yes. Some of them stories are wild. It's just like, child. And you'll be watching, it's like, get out. Get out. No, abandon the lease. I'm sorry. Abandon the lease. Get out.
Just take a bag and run. Just what? Why? Why are you so?
Single white female is Sesame Street compared to this series.
Yo.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna watch it this week.
So yes, Mark, which he is with Blurtography, one of the other fellow press outlets out there. Yeah, let us know how AWA in its first time in Georgia World Congress and how that is, because we know it's going to be a transitional period. So update us. We can't wait to see your coverage of AWA, because I know they probably have to work out kinks this first year and everything of adjusting to the new space and what Georgia World Congress Center provides versus what they had before.
Is there anything in the press, like press badge stipulations, that prevents people from collaborating across different platforms? Like, so if we were to support, like if we partnered up with Blurtography, and maybe that's something we can do, like for shows where one of us gets in and the other one doesn't, we can still both get in.
Yeah, it gives you more coverage too.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark says it's way bigger than it's been before. So, okay.
Nice.
So, yeah, he says, no, it's one of those that if you get approved, at the same time when you put the application, you have to say who also is from your outlet then. And that's kind of where the catch-22 is, because if they're not listed when you apply, then you can't get them added after you get approved. It's whoever is part of your application process.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. But he said we can all collab. Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that's the ticket. Find ways to do that.
I'm gonna say something crazy.
Go ahead.
It's
I'm
after
sitting
dark.
here every time I make a face, and
Hey,
I'm
we're
looking
gonna stop you, Joy.
right. I'm looking at my cheekbones, like, goddamn, cheekbone.
I
And
know.
I'm like, why are my cheeks? Am I losing weight? And then I remember,
Yep.
no, I grind my teeth. And my jaw is really freaking strong from grinding my teeth at night to the point that I cracked a tooth. Yeah.
No.
This right here, this is teeth grinding. This is teeth grinding jawline right here. This jaw is like,
if you want a strong jawline like this, grind your teeth.
Yup. You want them apple cheeks? It's anxiety. There you go. This is anxiety.
Oh, that's stress.
Yeah, get that mouth guard before you crack any more teeth.
I have a mouth guard. I chew through them. Yes.
Oh, child, that means your stress is on a new level.
It's yeah.
These stainless steel, titanium.
Right. I mean, what was it? Like lockjaw.
We gotta get the vibranium version. Vibranium.
Right.
Trap jaw from He-Man.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of. Trap jaw from He-Man. That's what I need. I just need a vice. It's over 9,000. Yeah.
We need a stress meter.
Yes.
We see that these two are over 9,000.
Right, mine is just it's hitting a little thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
yeah,
man. This year has definitely helped us with that stress. Well, the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts.
Happy thoughts. Fun thoughts.
Anyone wants to help out the Moana Nui with some winning lottery numbers so we can establish our own island?
Yo.
It's
a great idea. If we pull our money, we could probably buy an island. We could do it. You only need like $11 million. We could
only 11 million.
Yeah, Sotheby's. So I'm looking for another place to live because I got to move out of my condo because I hate these people. And I was looking at Sotheby's because the real estate agent I work with is from that outfit, and it was like, "What are you looking to buy?" And it was like, rental property, condo, residence, new construction, winery, lakes, island, something, private island. Like, why do you have private island listed?
Why not?
How many people are gonna click? Oh, you know what? I was looking at private islands on Amazon the other day.
I'm so glad you got out here.
I'm poor. Like I really thought I was middle class until I started seeing people just randomly buying private islands. I'm not rich.
All these social media influencers.
Yeah. I should have been selling pictures of my ankles and feet long time ago. Because like now the market is flooded with toes. So
hey, new toes on the market can't hurt.
That's true. Toes
I've seen these toes before.
You just gotta find your audience.
I gotta do OnlyFans of like squishing stuff with my feet. Yeah,
there you go.
I can feel that.
Or
Mark says likewise.
Yes.
Either squishing stuff or squishing people.
There you go.
I can squish people. Yep.
Number of people asked to be stepped on.
Yeah.
I weigh a lot too. They probably would like it too. Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, I'll pay you X amount if you step on me."
Yep.
I did not realize just how large the dominatrix, that's the word I'm trying to think of, the dominatrix market was until I started seeing some stuff on TikTok and Instagram, and I was like, these ladies are making a shit ton of money.
My favorite is a dominatrix that deals exclusively with like older white men, and she makes them like read Black history or whatever.
Yes, that woman.
I want to interview her.
We need to get her on the history. We should. That'll be awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah. So that might be your niche, Joy.
I could do it. I call myself the what's the word? The reparations dominatrix. That would be me.
I was thinking more along the lines of the joy of pain.
That's too easy though. That's too easy to walk into.
Who on the nose? Oh man. Good stuff.
So Furious, with you just joining, what is your good, the bad, and the ugly for 2024 for you?
My good has what are the parameters, or just whatever has been my own?
Whatever.
Yeah, we're whatever we're talking about. Everybody's personal right now.
My good has been movies and catching up on TV shows that I have not been able to watch.
Mhm.
Okay.
Probably my favorite movie so far this year. Actually, I'd say Alien Romulus.
Okay.
That's been my
Okay.
favorite movie. That's been my movie of the year. So that's the good. The bad, I made a list of all the things I need to catch up on: movies, TV, and video games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know that there's enough time in the day.
At least you made a list. I'm just like, I'm way behind.
So the one thing I'm definitely going to get caught up on are my TV shows, and I finally found an app that I can link around and do some funky stuff with. So I've got my TV shows, and I was like, I just got to catch up. I'll put it to you this way: this is how far behind I am. I'm going back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and finish that and move forward.
Wow, that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He knows.
Yeah.
Some stuff I just give up on, but I mean, I feel you.
Now, granted, there are some newer shows that as they come out will get bumped up the list, but in general, I'm going back and playing catch up.
I'm gonna tell everybody right now: if you're not watching Don to Don, you're doing life wrong. Period.
Wait,
I'm watching it, but I have to watch it in bunches.
what is that, Joy?
Don to
Don
Don.
Don. It's an anime.
Okay.
Oh.
Crunchyroll. It looks like Dan da Dan. Yeah.
Does it have English voices?
Yes.
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 Okay. Yeah.
And the English voices are good. And the main character, the male lead, is voiced by a black guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yes.
But he's being harassed right now.
Yeah, he's being harassed because white people suck. But and I'm not being racist. It's them that are mad about it.
Yes.
He is black. And you know how sometimes people do like a black version of characters or whatever.
Mhm.
Somebody did a black, slightly curlier hair version of his main character that he voices, and he put it on his like page, like, yo, this thank you, AJ Beckles.
Beckles, yeah.
He
Very
put it on
nice
his
guy.
page, like, yo, this is cool, man. This is fire. Thank you. And that's all he said was, this is fire. Thank you. And he reposted it. And people just came for him left and right, wanted to get him fired off his job or whatever.
Yeah, they want
he
him
had the
fired.
nerve to showcase some a black version of an anime character who's Japanese to begin with.
Somebody made fan art appreciating the thing that you do, and because you showed them some love, as I call them, the usual suspects wanted to come for his neck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the thing is, like, you know how many of your favorite characters he's voiced, and now you getting just because he decided to use that image. Yeah.
Right. It's like when everybody found out Cree Summer did all of our childhood voices, like,
right.
And they're like, she's black. Yeah, she's been black the whole time.
She's been
black the whole time.
Yeah,
Right.
Penny from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
Black.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Gen X. Yeah.
Green M&M. Green M&M is black.
And
That's
I
why
picked
she's
up on
in
that
the
the
middle.
first time I saw her on a different world. The moment she opened her mouth, I was like, that's Penny.
But we're supposed to be okay with everything being white.
Yeah.
Right. Including Jesus and Moses. But okay.
With the
Yeah.
woolly
That's
hair.
another episode on the history segment.
Right?
I got a solid year's worth of history.
Right.
Just off
So,
rip.
we may
This
have
is-
like 5 years with all the stuff that's going on in history.
Mhm.
This is going to be an excellent show, and I am very much looking forward to it.
Like, I do realize Santa Claus was a Moor. You know
Mhm.
what color Moors were, right?
Yep. Yes.
Exactly, Mark. Exactly.
Because
Lord.
we know the
Oh,
region y'all telling
wait.
him that he's from.
Yeah.
Wait. What was the movie with Joy we saw earlier this year? Oh gosh, where the dude was basically pretending to be Jesus.
The book of
Clarence.
something.
Book of Clarence.
Book
If
of
you
Clarence.
have not
Yeah,
seen-
we ended up talking about it. Yeah.
If you have
Book of
not
Clarence
seen
is
Book of
excellent.
Clarence, you need to watch that joint.
Yo, find
We
it
talk about
somewhere. It is excellent.
I think it's on Netflix.
Mark, you will see why they made Jesus white in Book of Clarence.
Yes.
It's actually in there.
I haven't seen it yet, so I definitely need to check that
You,
one
Yes.
out.
you gotta find it.
to your
It's
list.
an excellent show.
I know it's on one of the streaming networks. I know it was on Netflix for a while, but you know how Netflix like to cycle everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's still on Netflix.
It's
Yeah,
still on
it's still on
Netflix. Okay.
Netflix. Yep.
It's still on Netflix.
Yep.
Added. That movie was so dope. Like it was way better than I expected it to be going in there, and completely not at all what I thought. But yeah, why did they make Jesus white? Watch the movie. You'll see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, what was your ugly? Curious.
Are we excluding politics?
No.
We've done that to death. So yeah.
Pick something else.
The ugly would be the idiotic NFL team that I love and support, and the bum that they signed for quarterback. How in the hell do you sign somebody that goddamn old coming back from an injury that young players have trouble coming back for? Motherfuckers, they could have signed Russell Wilson and fucking Justin Fields, and they signed this bum from oh god, oh.
You know, as right before he said that, and he was asking the question, I was like, he's probably going to go to his Falcons at this point because that's the only ugly thing I can think of for him.
That bum. Oh my god. That I just want to run the organization for 3 years. Give me 3 years, I will get this city a Super Bowl.
So you remember the sports show we did before the season started, you know, well after he got signed, and I told you you're gonna have some good and you're gonna have some ugly. There's no bad.
Yeah, oh, it. Yeah, that's my ugly. Is the bum that we signed for quarterback? Yeah, exactly, Mark. Exactly. Yeah, that's my ugly. Is the bum that is the current quarterback for my football franchise.
And this is why I trolled the Giants yesterday.
Oh my god. I love my squad, but oh my god, they do some dumb shit at times.
They're just like that one relative, you know. You want to get rid of them, but at the same time, you still love them.
No, the difference is I get rid of those relatives.
Oh man.
Right,
That's a good
exactly.
laugh.
It's
That
like
was
he's a
smart.
spy playing for the other team.
Mark said he needs a refund.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So understand the key reason why Furious is furious right now is because they were 6-3. They've lost 4 in a row.
Wow.
Yeah.
And as Mark put that up there, those 4 games with no touchdowns and 8 interceptions, that's the 4 games they just lost.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we had the opportunity to sign a Super Bowl winning quarterback to kind of give us a buffer for a couple years, as well as a young and upcoming quarterback who could have taken the reins to the franchise and probably taken us to at least another Super Bowl. Maybe it may not have won it, but could at least have gotten there. And those 2 players are on
Pittsburgh
Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't have gone wrong either way if you just signed one of them.
As I said, if we just signed Russell Wilson, I am of the opinion he automatically wins us the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
I am of the opinion he automatically wins us the division. I don't know how deep into the playoffs we would have made it, but I think he would have been an automatic division winner. But yeah, so
I've been talking trash about Kirk Cousins since he was in Washington. Right. I never saw the hype, the appeal. Well, I understood it because that's what they want. But I know overrated when I see it.
Right. Right.
Like you can put up stats and still lose. Look at Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Right.
So, yeah. But that's another show.
Yes.
Yes, that is my ugly.
Yes. Moana, what's your good, bad, and ugly for this 2024?
I don't know. I feel like so much stuff goes on, and every single damn day. I guess I think the good was like being able to go to Hawaii with you, taking you back home. You haven't been back for a while. That was awesome. We got to spend time together. I took you to my island, got to see that a little bit.
Mhm.
And of course, we got our sponsorship for another year, so that's awesome.
Yes.
Bad. Oh no, I try not to. I'm really trying to not focus on bad because health-wise, it gives you anxiety. It gives you the jaw. Gives you the
Okay,
jaw.
instead of bad, let's say areas of improvement, and then other aspects that you just want to kick to the curb.
Let's see. Areas of improvement. I mean, there's many of those. I don't know. It's so hard for me. I mean, unless I'm like in the moment, I'm like, this sucks. I guess bad. I mean, a lot of the stuff that we already mentioned that we're not going back on. The Falcons need much improvement.
Y'all got Mark fired up.
It did. Mark is lit right now.
Mark and I might just be twin kindred souls because I'm like that. That is my dude. Ever since I have met Mark, that is my dude.
Oh man. I mean, I guess I don't know. To me, it's just like not enough time in a day. There's just all the things that you want to do, and it's just never enough time to get to it. And I feel like the older we get, the faster life moves, and the
Laundry. Laundry and doctor's appointments.
Laundry, doctor's appointments, dishes.
I'd be like, who did this? And I live alone. Who put these dishes in here? How did I have a sink full of dishes and all I had was a bowl of cereal?
No, you didn't.
Yo, I took a gummy last night, and if any of y'all ever indulge in taking gummies, you know that it hits when it wants to.
Yes, it does.
And I took one maybe around like 8 o'clock last night, and it hit around 11. And all of a sudden, at 11 o'clock, my heart was like, coom, coom. Like it just stopped beating for a second. And I was like, oh shit, this is about to be fun, but I'm sleepy. Then I was like, oh wait, I should probably get up and go to. And then I woke up at 5:50 this morning on the couch with all the lights on in the house. And I tried to get up and go to sleep because my alarm was off at 6:30. So I was like, I'm gonna go get 40 minutes worth of sleep. Then my alarm went off, and my friend that I walk with in the morning, she's like, hey, is this temperature? I'll be dressing down in a second. And then she called and knocked on my door. I heard none of that. Because I was like, okay. And then I missed like 3 texts from her and 2 phone calls. She went without me. I woke up at like 7:45. I'm like, oh shit. Hey, are you still going? She goes, girl, I'm already back. You missed the whole thing. And then I got out of bed around 8. And then I feel like I sneezed, and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I don't know where my whole day went. I had no meetings.
Oh gosh.
It was made chicken and dumplings. Like that did not take 5 hours. I don't know where my whole day went.
Yeah, they had it on fast forward.
Oh my gosh.
So I'll have to ask, for y'all for 2024, what has been your favorite segment on the show for you all for this year?
Like the segment itself or the episode?
Both. Favorite episode and favorite segment.
It's hard. Lots of good episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Let me see.
You know how many shows I've done this year? You want to think about that?
Yeah, I'm about to say, let me.
Hey,
we
don't
did
even talk about the
17
blur that
episodes.
I've been on.
I can't even remember what you watching, what we did on all of those.
Hey, hold on. I'm gonna put in the comments. Hold on. I'm gonna put in a private chat.
Mark says, good question. Okay. Yeah, because our What You're Watching segment, y'all have already done Color Purple, Echo, What If Season 2, American Fiction, Book of Clarence, X-Men 97 Part 1 and Part 2, Acolyte, Supercell, Deadpool, Wolverine, House of Dragon, Penguin, Transformers, One, Agatha all along, and coming up next week, y'all gonna be talking about Wicked and the Cross series.
Yes.
I need to watch that too.
Mm-hmm.
I think Supercell was fun, and when we talked about American Fiction, that movie is outstanding. If you haven't seen American Fiction, you're doing life wrong. You need to go find it right now and watch it.
Absolutely. I can't pick out one of, like, everything we did on What You're Watching was just, I mean, I'm biased, so obviously X-Men 97 because animation is my favorite medium. So between What If and X-Men 97, those are my favorite shows of everything we covered. But as far as what we reviewed, as far as the What You're Watching series, I can't pick one show over the other as far as what we did because we were so in depth and digging deep into backgrounds on certain things and how they came to be and the real world implications of how these things pulled and played and day in and day out lives and stuff like that. Like,
thank you, Mark.
It's too much. It's like sensory. Like, think about right now, like everything we did on What You're Watching is kind of like sensory overload. You know, but it was all good. I definitely enjoyed every single minute of everything we talked about. But yeah, definitely my favorite two series of that we covered is What If and X-Men 97, because you tell me something action packed, you know, story driven, well written, is going to be animated. I am there.
Yeah,
you know, and not like right now there is a series, someone's doing scenes from the original trilogy of Star Wars and animating them.
Whoa.
Yes.
Wow.
I bet that's better.
It is. Like the first one, like I saw it on IG, and the first one I saw was the sequence in Return of the Jedi when they're saving Han Solo on Jabba's barge.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So it's that sequence that's been animated, and of course because it's animated, they streamlined it down to about maybe like a minute and a half tops to get through everything. And yo, it's so dope. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. It's like, yeah, stuff like that is just great. As far as the sports show, obviously yesterday, because I got to troll the Giants 30 minutes. I would never get tired of troll. As long as we have Saquon Barkley on the Eagles, I would never not get tired of trolling the Giants. That is my favorite thing to do right now. And I need to this weekend get my thank you cards, and I may get a whole stack of thank you cards, and it's addressing to Joe Shane and mail the whole freaking stack.
There's better ways to waste your money.
I mean, there are, but
get a bobblehead.
No, because I have like 112 Funko Pops. I don't need no more.
I told you that 2 years ago.
I know, and I stopped collecting. Look, I have not bought any Funko Pops since then.
Really? You haven't bought any?
I'm not, because look, even though we saw Moana 2 yesterday, and I wanted that Funko Pop of the goddess that strung up Maui.
Yes.
Blank on her name right now.
Matangi.
Like, yes.
There was a Funko Pop of her, and there was a Funko Pop of Maui, and I picked up hers. I was like, huh, that shit. And then I put it back. And even though you said I could buy it after the movie, I completely forgot about it. That's how much I am putting out buying Funko Pops. It has been years since I bought a new Funko Pop. Again, the last one I bought is a Tiana that's sitting on the top row to remind me I can't buy anymore because I don't have any space because she's touching the ceiling.
So you haven't bought any. Have you acquired any through any kind of means?
Have people given me Funko Pops? Yes. Have I purchased any Funko Pops? No.
That can be how you continue to expand. It's just, people say, what do you want? We need this Funko Pop.
Moana, no. Don't do it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I'm just
Yes.
Stop.
Wow.
Stop.
Wow. She went there.
Understanding my collection, I have 3 Moanas, 2 Tianas. Who else is in there?
Oh,
like 2 Okoyes, 3 Shuris, 2 Nakias, 2 Riris. TLC is in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the New Day trio?
I do not have the New Day trio.
That's all.
At one point, I was going to get New Day, but I decided against it. I do
you
have
don't
Bianca.
have late twins.
I don't have Lay Twins. I do have Bianca Belair and I do have Naomi, but I do not have Sasha Banks.
I can't get. Oh, that's not going to show.
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Now what? You
That-
got to
that
put it
was-
in front of your chest.
That was Red from Us.
You know what? At one point, I was going to get some of the ones from Us, but when I found them in the stores, the boxes were all damaged.
Gotcha.
So I didn't get those.
Yeah.
So those are ones that I kind of want in my collection that I don't have, but I'm not in any rush to pick them up.
Yeah. Unlike James, I am not restricting myself from purchasing any new Funko Pops.
I
Me
don't
too.
I don't have space to put them.
There's always space to
Well.
put them.
Make a new shelf.
I've had to restrict my boss because I got 4 large boxes of Funkos from Funko that she got me for birthday and Christmas last year. And I told her I need to get through those boxes first.
And what's messed up is that what I think was it July or August, because I follow Funko on IG.
Is that Michael Jackson
Yep.
Yes, Michael Jackson.
off the
Mhm.
wall?
Off the
Yep.
wall, yes.
And just to give you some size comparison,
Yeah.
I can't get the camera to focus properly, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, the big
Mhm.
ones. Yep.
Yep.
I saw that, and I was like, yeah, I got to get that one.
Funko made a 3-foot tall Darth Vader this summer.
Stop it.
Yes.
See, you can't tell me that now.
3
Come on, just looking at her face.
I'm like, where can I put that?
Where is he going?
Yes.
Darth Vader.
How much was that?
It was gift. Somebody gave him to me.
Nice.
Man,
Nice.
Let me see.
Yeah.
3-foot Darth Vader pop. Hold on.
I've been
Yes.
told I
She's
can't.
about to Google it.
I've been told I can't put him out into the house because my roommate may kick him in the middle of the night just because of where he may be positioned. Because think about it. If you woke up in the middle of the night and you were roaming through and you just randomly caught this in the corner, you might kick it as well.
There's no might to it. You can eliminate the word might from that sentence. I will kick him in the face.
So
Oh my
to
God.
keep him safe, he stays in here with me.
I mean, because if I'm getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom, I see a 3-foot Darth Vader in my home between my bedroom and the bathroom, and I'm groggy to get to the back.
Yep.
Yeah,
You're not seeing everything clear either. You just see
My-
a large body.
my flight's going to kick in before my flight will, because you ain't supposed to be in my house.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And just one more. Oh,
G.I. Joe.
it's Snake Eyes.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, damn it. Yeah, see, now I got to get a better camera so that I can do this better.
Or you can clean your room.
That's not going to help the camera.
Oh my God.
I think, my biggest Funko Pop right now is Unicron from the 86 Transformers animated film.
Nice.
And so little backstory. I saw him in the GameStop over here, Perimeter Mall, by my job, and basically I would walk in there from time to time when I was in the office working, and I would see him and be like, wow, that's kind of cool. That'd be nice to have. And 2 years ago, I bought him because I had an eye exam, and they told me I needed bifocals / progressives. And that was the first time they told me that in all the years I've been wearing glasses. So as to, make myself feel better from having a kid, I was like, this is some BS. I don't like the fact that I have to go to bifocals right now. And I need something to cheer me up. So I walked into GameStop and was like, I didn't even it's like, how much is it? And they were like, yeah, it's like $28. Put it in the bag. Is that it? That's all. I don't care about any of these games on the shelf. Put the Funko in the bag. Let's go.
Nice.
Yep.
apparently the new thing that I'm obsessed with collecting is little Korean boys because I'm in love with.
Wait, you gotta clean that up, Joy.
I said that way on purpose.
I know exactly what she meant too.
Yeah, I'm saying because
the little Korean boys. They're so cute.
It sounds like if we were to roam around Joy's place, we may find them tied up and in corners and shit.
I mean, Felix is fine. The only one is going on Felix. I mean,
you were Stray Kids, you know about this.
Yeah, I'm a big Stray Kids fan, and for the first time since
like June.
I know. Did you get tickets?
A friend of mine is. I'm trying to get press pass so I can capture it.
Please, if you get a press pass, just let me carry your camera equipment or something. I carry a microphone, anything.
Okay.
Anything. I will be your lackey for 3 days prior and after. But yeah, they're my adopted children. I love them. I adore them. They're so cute and sweet. And I bought
chaotic energy is on another level.
Chaos. That's the thing about watching them is like I like the non-music content that they put out of them just like doing stupid shit like little games and battles, whatever, and fighting with each other because they fight like brothers. And then the music videos, the music is great, but then them behind the scenes is hilarious to me. And so those are my children. I bought their last 2 albums, and when I was in St. Louis, I found their underground mixtape from when they were on their reality show from like 2017.
Wow,
I had that too. So yeah, now I'm like OT8, like I'm like an old school like fan or whatever, and I'm thinking about getting stuffed animals, the little stuffed Stray Kids.
Kuzus? Okay.
Kuzu, yeah. I'm thinking about getting those. They're like $20 a piece though. So that's easily.
Hey, my friend said you go to AliExpress. You find the people who make them and you can get them for like $5.
AliExpress. I got an account on Alibaba too. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, she gets all her stuff over there. I was like, girl. She's like, yeah. I be having getting all that different merch for them.
I'm about to look
it's made over there anyway. So
right. And I'll be getting stuff from over there anyway, because like I got a sweatshirt and a fan and some more stuff for like homecoming. I ordered all of that off of Alibaba for the cheap. Yo, I got like a hoodie that I know would cost me easily $75 retail here. I had it made for like $38.
Yeah,
nice.
So anyway, yeah.
So she's collecting Korean boys.
Yeah, like little Korean boys. So I have Stray Kids, I have ATs, I have TXT and Hyphen, and BTS, Jimin specifically. Yeah, so they make me happy because they're all cute.
There you go.
Meanwhile, after like 10 to 12 years, I'm still rocking Scandal and back on.
Scandal?
Mm-hmm. There's
like
an all-girl J-pop band called Scandal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was lost. I'm not really into the girls. It's weird because I like some of their music, but like I don't watch them the way I watch the boys.
Well, I shouldn't call them J-pop. They're actually a rock band. And it's 4 women, and they're pretty. It's not metal, but it's pretty hard rock.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So they did the closing theme on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
That song is so.
Yes.
Okay.
Shuken Fundamental, I think is the name of the song. Yeah, that one. That's them.
Okay.
And if I was more fluent in my Japanese, I could actually say the song. But I'm not
supposed to be taking your Japanese lessons, man. We don't Duolingo.
Look, first of all, Duo is a freaking bully. Okay. Duo is right in my life.
Right?
Duo has been on my butt for the last year. Now, granted, I have a multitude of things where it's like, oh snap, it's almost midnight. I need to do something real quick. So I have math on there as well because why not? It's easy XP and it's a lesson for the day. But when it comes to my Japanese lessons, Duo is a bully, and I don't like that abuse.
Right. I've learned like 3 Japanese words just from messing around, following Stray Kids when they go to Japan and listening to Meg Thee Stallion. Watashi wasta. I know what that means.
What does that mean?
Olere wasta. Okanes kasegu. Watashi wasta. Sta. Kira.
Kira.
Watashi wa star.
Watashi is, what is Watashi?
Can someone translate for me, please?
Hold on, because I have Google Translator up purposefully so I can cheat sometimes in Duolingo.
I do the same thing in Korean. Doesn't it mean I'm a star?
Yeah, I'm a star. Yeah, Watashi wa
yeah.
star. I'm a star.
Ah, cool.
Watashi is I.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had that brain fart. I should know it considering it was in one of my lessons last night.
Mm.
But again, Duo's a bully.
Yes.
You signed up for it though.
I did. and you know what? It's working because with all the anime I watch, and between everyone here, y'all know you've seen my backlog of anime shows that I haven't watched. So just imagine what I am watching. I'm starting to catch things and notice like the subtitles are slightly off.
Yeah.
But not completely. Like I get it why they did it this way, whatever, because I'm listening and I'm catching certain sentences or whatever, you know. I was like, oh, that's not exactly what they said, but I understand why you translated it that way. And it's all good.
Yeah.
Like I was watching a K-drama on Netflix, and the name in American is Love Next Door. But I'm looking at the symbols and I was like, that does not say Love Next Door. That says My Mother's Friend's Son, which is yeah, her neighbor's kid. The neighbor's kid is who she fell in love with. The guy Love Next Door. But
I was like, that's a different kind of love next.
Omai Chingo Adul. I was like, mother's friend's son. I know these words. And I was proud of myself being like, they're lying. And like one episode, the episode title in English was like Dark Skies or something like that. The episode title in Korean was Cancer. And I was like, she about to get cancer. And like my friends were like, how did you know that? I was like, because it says cancer on the screen. That symbol means cancer. I know because apparently 1 in 4 men dies from cancer is one of the sentences I keep getting in Korean in Duolingo.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, Duolingo.
Duolingo be coming for your neck sometimes. 1 in 4 men dies from cancer. That's one of the sentences. Yeah, people report
like you about to learn today.
Right?
I haven't gotten that far on my Japanese lessons. It's mostly just the bus stop is over here. This is not a convenience store. The department store is over there. This dress is expensive, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're way behind me.
Oh yeah, I know.
Because the stories are the same. Like I was taking French the other day, and the story was the same story that I heard in Korean. And I'm starting to think in Korean every now and then. I'm very proud of myself. So I'll be able to speak it in another year at this rate, doing 10 minutes a day. But if I actually went to Korea, aside from not getting arrested, I think I could probably navigate town pretty well.
And you probably
we don't need you capturing any Korean boys.
Right? Stalking out JYP headquarters. Like, I know Hyunjin is in there. Give me my children. I'll feed them. Because they're so skinny. I need to feed them.
Oh, my God.
All right, do we need to start taking up a collection now for Joy's bail?
I'm not gonna need bail. I'm gonna get off with a slap on the wrist because I'm gonna be an oddity. I'm gonna be the biggest black woman they ever seen in Korea because I'm 5'7", 200-something pounds, and there's nobody bigger than me. I feel like in all of Seoul, and so I'll just rent myself out to parties. And cook soul food.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
안녕하세요. Don't enjoy me that. Look at me speaking Korean. Yay.
All right, I have to ask y'all for 2025. What is a segment that you would love to see on the show or would like to be part of? This may be an announcement for one that's about to happen.
Right. I've got 2.
Okay.
And that's because these are the 2 things that are outside of music. These are the 2 things I'm most passionate about is video games and tech. So if there were ever the opportunity to start up a new show or new segment, I would want it to be video games and or technology.
Okay. could be adjacent to like us doing DreamHack and everything.
Absolutely.
That's not bad.
There you go.
I find it interesting as you say that, Furious, considering you cry every time I take you on a field trip in Destiny 2.
I don't cry. I just and I moan, but I do not cry.
Kicking and screaming. I don't want to do this.
I have never screamed.
Just come to Diablo. Just come catch us in Diablo. We'll level you up real quick and it'll be super easy.
But did you die?
Diablo is the majority of what I've been playing lately. Because
How come you don't play with us?
I'm not sure if you guys are on when I'm on.
Oh, I only saw you like once. Yeah.
But no, but I got, so it's kind of the same with the TV shows. I was looking at the games that I've been playing and I'm just all over the place. So I said, I am going to make the time and dedicate to just one or two games and finish them and then move to the next. So I was like, I am going to finish the Diablo. Like in Diablo, the level I'm on right now, because I'm still trying to finish the campaign, is just after that coffin level where the coffin is a portal to another level. I don't know if you remember that one or not, but that's where I am now.
Have you dealt with Mephisto as the big demon wolf dog yet?
You mean he has been tempting me along the way. But has there been a fight between he and I?
No, there's no fight. There's no fight.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm saying like that you mentioned a portal. I know at one point he invites you to walk through a portal. Okay. But
yeah, no, this one is you get to some point where it's you, Donan, and I forget the other young lady's name, and you're trying to find Elias. And like I said, you get to this point where there's a coffin, and the coffin is a portal to this other realm where you learn some things about Elias and you figure out why he won't die.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it would be good to have a tech and video game focused. And yeah, I'll be down. I would rock that.
Yeah. Especially whether young, old, that may be like that learning curve for those that are trying to figure out the new technology, the new social platforms. Okay, what's blue sky? Kind of aspect.
Right. Use
like
threads.
I mean, and I'm on all of those, so I've kind of got my foot in all. A lot of times when a new social network comes out, if I don't do anything but sign up just to secure my name, I'll do that. But I hang around enough to kind of learn a little bit about it. So if that were something a direction we go in, sign me up.
Yeah, I know I'm down with the new History Channel.
Yes, that'll be our formal announcement that we will be starting in January. James and Joy will be on the segment of our global history segment. They're going to be talking about drunk history.
Yeah,
but us.
Right. Drunk history with more melanin.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what? Definitely make sure you hit the notification when we go live for that show. Make sure you pour your favorite beverage of choice and be ready to have some little history and have that conversation with us in the chat.
Yes.
In the conversation.
Have like one little history story, then we're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about how history repeats itself sometimes. How sometimes we learn and don't learn, and then some stuff, like y'all didn't even know. We've been here. Like I really want to focus on some of the times where people feel like, well, Black people or people of color or women or whatever have not contributed to the making of blah blah blah. Bruh, we built this whole table, we built this whole shit, and so more stories like that without it being anecdotal. Like actually, these 75 people were right here doing this thing in Jamestown, blah blah blah. Like I want to do that. Yes.
Is there an official name for the show yet?
Yes. No. Yes.
Y'all did vote on it. Yes.
It's called History. Hidden
History.
Oh, and the first segment will be on Tuesday, January 28th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in, hit the like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you do not miss any time we go live on YouTube, Twitch, on those networks.
I promise you, I'm gonna show up in a whole African outfit. It's gonna be great. Head wrap and everything.
I do have a dashiki and an afro wig.
Yes, wear the afro wig.
That thing makes me sweat too.
Turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah,
right. Open a window.
AC on in January.
In the dead of winter.
You're in a drafty spot, you said, so you should be good.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Look, my patio door is right here. I can crack that. I'll be fine.
There you go.
There you go. Mm-hmm. What about you, James? If we could have a segment next year that you would love to be part of, what would that be?
On top of what we're already doing now, I honestly, I don't want to say I'm content, but I love everything that I'm a part of right now. You know, we have the sports show, we have our What You Watching series. If you know, the History show that's coming up, definitely looking forward to be a part of that. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head because it's like all those areas that I could pretty much like. You have a discussion, say, "Hey, here's the rabbit hole. Jump in, let's go." Like for those things, like I'm down. Like I can pretty much talk ad nauseum, you know, without interruption. Video games, as Furious mentioned, would definitely be something I'd be interested in as well. Now, granted, I will admit, while I do try to keep up with everything that comes out, I am still beholden to Destiny 2 because I am going to ride this until the wheels fall off. I know that, you know, as Joy mentioned, she and the majority of my clan have abandoned that game for Diablo. Justifiably, because Bungie's been on some BS the last several years, and since Sony has acquired,
you mean since Infinity?
I mean, yeah,
since the start of Destiny 2.
Look, now that they're under Sony's thumb, because I can't even call it the umbrella, Sony's pretty much been looking at things over the last year plus and been like, "Hey, curfews at this time, get your butt in the house. This is how we're doing things going forward." And yeah, so there are going to be some noticeable changes in how they present the product and what goes forward beyond this current expansion come summer 25. And we're starting to see little breadcrumbs being dropped about what's happening soon, because they've already released their end of year thing saying that we're going to get more vault space in the next expansion. Which is necessary because you keep giving us 24 guns every season, and we only have space for 700 items, and it's still not enough.
In Destiny for 10 years, you have easily 1,000 items that you could, even just keeping one of each gun, you easily have over 700.
1,000, yeah.
Yep.
And the only reason I don't was because I haven't been obsessed with certain weapons, mostly from the raids. Like I don't want to go back into this raid and get this one gun.
Wait, you're supposed to be talking about what other
But yeah, it's, video games is probably the one thing outside of what currently involved in right now that I would definitely be into expanding or diving into.
So I have another segment. It's actually my favorite subject, and I will host it alone if nobody wanted to do it with me. Sex. It's my favorite topic. Academically, I like studying it, and I like understanding why people do what they do. I like understanding kinks. Doesn't mean I adopt them. I just like to understand them. And so, yeah, I would absolutely do a show about sex, like not in a dirty, like OnlyFans kind of way, but just in a, hey, did y'all know this? And hey, let's map out the women's reproductive parts so you understand there's more than one hole. Like it was just, I need everybody to know that going forward.
Yes.
There's two
Bring in
holes.
the science.
Yes.
The health, the biology. Yes.
Right. You cannot swallow a pill and have it come out your vagina because those are two different tracks in the body. Like I need people to know that because apparently the government does not.
No, they don't.
Yeah. So there's a 3-part series on Netflix called The Pleasure Principle. And It's really good. I encourage everyone that has teenage daughters like 16 and up, if you don't want to have the talk with them or you want to figure out how to ease into it, watch that together, because the show, it talks about everything, but it also brings in like emotion and science to it. So like if some dude, makes you have a tingle, you don't love him, your body just reacted to it. Stop thinking you in love and making bad decisions. Like, it's great. It's great. And so, yeah, I would do a show on sex. If it fits with the Moana Nui brand, I do not know if it does or not.
Yeah. Because that kind of encompasses that umbrella of health and science, because a lot of people also, we're seeing also the, increases in STDs and everything else, and people don't understand that. And then now with so many states eliminating access to contraception and abortion and things like that, people do not know the medical issues that fall with a lot of those aspects and risks. And then also we're hearing in the news how many people are losing their lives because doctors don't want to perform abortions, even though it's life-saving.
Even like y'all, like the guys may not know what a DNC is, but basically imagine if you needed to clear out, imagine you sucked a lemon seed up through a straw and you needed to clear that back out. So you just blow it back out. A DNC is a version of that, except for a whole uterus. There's something in there that doesn't need to be in there anymore because it can potentially either rot or lead to other sepsis or infections. And so they just go in, they just blow it, clean it all out. That's essentially a D&C, not DNC like Democratic National Convention, D&C. A lot of women get them, especially if they've had a spontaneous abortion, which is called a miscarriage. You'll need it. Or if there's been some other like endometriosis type thing, you'll need that in order to keep your body healthy. But it is now considered an abortive technique. And so they don't want to give women the DNC that they need anymore. And it's letting women die of like preventable illness,
Yeah, I saw a story about that, where a woman basically went in complaining of stomach pains, not knowing that she had miscarried, and basically the necrosis of the fetus still inside her caused infection and everything.
Yeah.
And she passed away from that because they couldn't identify. I think the first place she went to, they couldn't even identify anything, quote, being wrong with her, which is asinine. That you don't even do like a full examination to figure out.
Blood work would have said she was pregnant. Yeah.
Right.
And then the second place we went to, they did find out that she had a miscarriage and gave her a pill and sent her home. Like,
oh wow.
Like the pill, like take this pill, it'll push everything out, whatever.
Yeah,
and
it'll help with the pain
and all that.
That's
and
what they told her.
Okay, she did that. She went back. It was like, I'm still in pain. They were like, no, but you took the pill. You're fine. There's nothing else to do here. So like, what was it? I think it was over the span of like a month. She went to 3 different places.
Yep.
And basically they all collectively did virtually nothing.
Yeah. So they're avoiding anything that had them go into that territory.
Yeah.
So many doctors are so scared of trying to do that aspect because they'll lose their jobs.
Interesting.
But so far, like they said, within the last few months, how many hundreds of women have lost their lives and stuff since these laws have changed? So yeah.
Yeah,
it'll be very interesting. But I think that's that part of education that a lot of people are so confused with the medical terminology that breaking it down to the layman's terms and in words and phrases that we will understand. I think that's where that bridge needs to happen. And a segment like that will help make that bridge happen. And then we have so many parents that are scared to have those conversations with their kids. But then you have these kids learning from their friends and online, and they're not learning how to take care of them and themselves and their
learning lies. Like if you douche after sex, you won't get pregnant. That's a lie. That's stupid. I actually have a friend, now that I think about it, she is a sex therapist, and she might be willing to come play with us.
There you go. Because I think some people need to have that aspect too, that, the therapy, because people disconnect the mental aspect of that because for women, it is a mental aspect. You can if you don't have that turned on, it's gonna be dry as a Sahara.
Yeah. Dust. Nothing coming out.
But I think that has to be, there's, things like you said on Netflix and stuff, but it needs to be a formal conversation where people can ask questions, similar to like our legal segment. Like with us starting that this year, which I was happy that we got to do the segment with Kumu Michelle Manu. She's giving that breakdown and having people submit, okay, all right, I live in Georgia. We're talking about
Mhm.
estate planning. I need to know some information on this. And she's like, okay, let me break down about Georgia. See, y'all have these certain laws, but people need to know that, especially when it's dealing with like I call it death, taxes, are two things that ain't changing. But if you're not prepared for either, it's aspect. But like between the medical field and law, those are two that have very complicated verbiage and documents that people are just like
Confused
okay.
about.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is that type of bridge that we need to kind of help break that down and then bring in that medical aspect that, okay, your doctor's talking about this or this is talking about this now. Like how you gave the example of the straw with the lemon seed.
Yeah.
That gave that visualization for people to understand, oh, that's what that is for.
Right.
Instead of saying, oh, well,
Oh, is it an abortion? Oh, no, save the children. I'm trying to save your daughter right now who is about to explode because she got a seed in her straw.
Yeah.
Let me blow it out.
And I think that's what's needed. So yes, I think that's a good segment for us to look into for next year. Oh, there's her boys.
Look how young they were back then. My children.
Yes.
I got it for $20 in St. Louis. It's a whole like book of their history of them when they first started out. And
I have to introduce you to Raven. She could tell you about all their photo books because she's another person that just became a stray.
Stay.
Stay.
Nice.
You can tell I'm still learning this in the last year, and she's just like, I never thought I will be into K-pop, and this one little group was my.
They are a special group. They are fun. They are a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
So Moana, what about you? If money was no object and we could just make it happen, what segment would you love to have on for the show?
Travel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Travel for sure.
Yeah.
I can get with that.
Yeah, so many good things could happen with that.
Mm-hmm.
Travel to the Pacific Islands. Thank you so much. Thank you.
The food, the culture. Yes.
Yes.
What not to do as a visitor.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
like off the beaten path, not the non-tourist way to see places.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, for myself, I said it in our episode we had last month, but I will love, and we've started the journey on this, and I'm looking forward to us making this going to fruition is our Kupuna series, Elder series, like talking to the elders and recording on video their stories, because we've learned so many of our grandparents, great-grandparents, all their stories is via just talking. Nothing's written. And then when they pass, all this history is just gone, whether it's family history or just history they lived through. Like them telling you about how it was for the civil rights movement. Oh yeah, I marched with Martin Luther King. What? Tell me about that. What was that experience like? And capturing that information, like I told Moana, like there's a woman, two women in Hawaii that's over 100 years old. They were alive when Hawaii was a kingdom to now. So I'm like, I need to know. I want to know how that all went down. How that went down. I want to know all about that. I said they may be talking to us for like 4 days, telling us 100 years worth of history.
Parts 1 through 5. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Yes. But it's stuff like that because we have so many of them that pass on and their stories are not being told. And they're that missing link in a lot of the connection of what we read in books to what we see on TV, having that lived experience that can give you a different perspective of
right.
them living through it, them going through it, them dealing with all the good, bad, and ugly of those periods and really giving us that perspective.
Because the average American thinks that Hawaii has just kind of always been there and that they were like some indigent, backwater, we need America's help type of set of islands before America came and saved them or whatever nonsense they're spitting out. And like when I tell people, like, you remember Hawaii used to be a sovereign nation? They're like, what? No. Yes, they were. They were a sovereign nation before we decided we needed a foothold in the Pacific. And came in and jacked the island from them. And then did this, and then I started talking about it. The same thing they did to the Native Americans. Your language is legal.
Puerto Rico too.
Putting them in somebody else's school, all the kinds of all of it. They did the same thing. It's a process.
Yes. They wrote books on how to do all of this. There are books out there they wrote back then of doing this for nation to nation. And it's just like, and then when you realize some of the beautiful things that these, like Hawaii, our queen had the first woman-owned bank. She was one of the
nice.
Yes. She had a college for women to learn business, math, science, all that. She had a college for women to attend to learn all that aspect.
And the Hawaiian Kingdom also had more embassy diplomatic presences overseas than America did. So we were very active despite our small footprint. Definitely had a lot of folks traveling and
curious and friendly, and everybody wants to see y'all come like, hey, Hawaii, what's up? Meanwhile, America over here looking like somebody's goofy cousin that they don't get out. That they hate to see coming like, oh, America, why you bring him with you?
Goofy inbred cousin.
Right. He smelled funny. Yo, have y'all seen the recent videos of people sitting around the future president? They said he stink real bad. Like there's a stench coming off. Like everybody, like he sat down somewhere and you can see like all these other people like, oh my God. Yeah. But here we are. Say la vie. But I love the idea of talking to the elders. I was working with a friend of mine's father is trying to put a book of his time in the military because he served in Vietnam.
Yes.
And we've been putting that book together, and it's just his stories. And there's a little bit of what he was going through as a Black man in the 60s in being a Marine, and how he actually started taking up Taekwondo, and he is a 7th level he's a grandmaster in Taekwondo. He had a dojo on the south side of Atlanta. So yeah, like he's got a whole life that just to look at him, you just think he's, my homeboy's dad who likes to cook on the grill, but he has a whole like full life of all these things that we don't think about,
Yeah. Those are the stories I would love to capture. And like I said, I would love to get it to a point that we get it all on video interviews and stuff like that. And it end up being something the Smithsonian has. And it's an archive that it sustained the test of time that people can go and learn this, or especially if you lose a loved one, you can go to that archive and hear their stories. Like, oh, I remember my great grandma did something with this series. So let's find her. And they type their name in, and there it is. You can watch all of their clips and everything to hear their stories.
Yeah. If y'all like, I don't know if you need additional content, but the guy that I'm talking about, the father, he lives here in Atlanta. So we're still working on the book. So if y'all want to interview him,
let me know. I'll bring camera. I'll bring mics.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be a good
my
one.
LED lights. I just put it on all in my vehicle. We'll set up some time. I'll talk to you, Joe, on that. But yeah, it's sad. I want to capture that, especially from the BIPOC community, because our stories are always the ones that are erased from history. And I want us to have something out there that you see these, vibrant older people talking about all this stuff, and then finding these hidden gems in not only the wisdom of them growing older, but some of the history that, hey, I lived during that period that they talk about in history. It was one paragraph, but that was a whole 5 years of my life. Let me tell you something.
Mhm. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah, I would love that. So if anybody's watching and would like to connect the Smithsonian to the Moana Nui podcast, please
Right.
email us at moananuipodcast@gmail.com. Thank you.
Awesome sauce.
But yeah, I would love for something like that to happen. But yeah, we definitely have to see how we can possibly make some of these episodes. And of course, those that are watching this, please put in the comments any segments you would love to see on the Moana New podcast. I know a lot of you love our interviews we do at conventions and everything. If there's a convention that you think will be great, reach out to them and tell them, hey, we would like the Moana Nui podcast to cover. We would like them to be a guest to talk about
Yes.
some of the topics.
Help
Yeah,
us help
so
you.
yeah,
Yes.
we'll help you because we got a lot of knowledge on the with all of our panelists and people we've had on the show, and even the people you're watching on right here now. Yes, we'll come. Yes. So if you want to have us as a guest, or if you're local and have us cover press, yeah, we'll come. Just get us in. So, Moana, anything else? Any other things you want to discuss as we're wrapping up for our 2024 Rewind and Play year in review?
No, I mean nothing specific. I just want to, thank you guys, for being with us and for all of the great, perspectives that you all share. I feel like we have a great team, and we're all like we have a good balance of fun and
Yes.
and learning from each other, and it's always good to see the segments growing, the new ideas coming in, because this, when Dana and I started this, we didn't know where it was gonna go, and it's good to have more people, keeping things fresh,
Yeah.
and just uh, having not having us to have to drive every single thing, and giving you guys ownership on what you all want to bring to the table, and we're just super grateful for all of
Yeah.
that. So thank you so much.
And I've said it before. I think I know it all started with me approaching James and Furious at Dragon Con a couple years ago. I was like, hey, I got this idea. And then, of course, James was like, hey, we bring a Joy. I was like, I know Joy. Yeah, let's bring a Joy. And
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all, all of y'all being open to working on this with us on this show too, because a lot of people who have joined our show n- didn't know about our show, or most of them didn't know I was part of a show. So then it's like, oh, okay. And yeah, I've loved how we've evolved. And Moana, I know she has a count of how many episodes we've done this year so far.
Wow.
Oh my God, a
Gotta
lot.
be 100.
A lot.
So
Yeah.
many. Yeah, we've done a lot for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you asked that because think about it. I get to sit here with my friends and talk about the stuff that I love.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
This is why you don't get paid.
Let's put it out in the atmosphere that we will get enough
We will.
sponsors
That's-
that we would pay
Monetize.
y'all for
Monetize.
doing these segments for us. Me
Absolutely.
and Moana is putting it out there. We are searching. We want to get somebody to bring us that extra income without restricting our content.
Mhm.
Yes, that part.
Yeah.
That part.
So if you know anybody who is interested in being a sponsor of Moana Nui Podcast, email us. Yes, because we want someone that all similar to our current sponsor that aligns with what we're trying to do, and not trying to change anything we're doing on the show. And that's what we want. We want to keep that creative freedom that y'all have, that you can enjoy your segments that you all are a part of, and have fun and have free-flowing conversation, and it doesn't have to be scripted and things like that. So that's what we want, because we constantly hear, even when we did our episode earlier today, every person that comes on that is a guest on our show is like, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm probably not going to have much. This is going to be a short episode. And then next thing we're like, well, we're coming up on the top of the hour. They're like, but most of them, they expect this one image of what a podcast should be because of other podcasts out there. And then they join on an episode of what you're watching, or like our discussion we had on Moana 2. And then they just realize, hey, it's like me just talking with a bunch of friends, and we've had people ask us like, oh, how long have all of them know each other? I'm like, well, they haven't met Kyle in person yet. It's just been virtual. It's like most of us kind of know that some of us know each other, some of us don't, some of us haven't met in person. It's just how this have worked out. And it's one thing I give the show too is whoever we have on a panel, it's been the chemistry just works no matter who we pull on. And it's someone we may not know at all, but it's like with our Moana episode, we have a friend of the show that recommended Dylan to join us for Moana 2. He's Samoan, to give a perspective as a Samoan seeing Moana 2. And it was a great conversation because he brought that perspective of what elements from the movie that is from the Samoan culture and what that means and all that. And it gave us a new perspective on the movie and stuff. So it was just like, I literally told him, I was like, look, if you want to come back, we'll love to hear some more.
Yes.
We just hit the surface today.
Oh my gosh, you just reminded me. There's I think it's a YouTube series. It's called like Tene Sa, but essentially it's like I guess you would call it horror, but like from a Samoan cultural perspective, it's awesome. Like I'm gonna have to find it, and maybe we can do a mini on that.
Yeah, him and who's the one who's the ghost does the ghost walkers?
Ghost walkers.
When we did the segment, he talked about
Lopaka.
Bring him back to the history segment, because the Ghost Walkers is a great history piece too.
Yeah.
Ooh, he could be a guest on that particular episode, because he has all that stuff of like in Hawaii and all of the history and everything with that. Yeah, he got into that in the past episode we had him on. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
So anybody, any last words or anything y'all would like to, as far as to wrap up this year regarding the show, and anything y'all are looking forward to in 2025?
I will say that I have appreciated being a part of the Moana Nui extended family, podcast family, etc. This has been fun.
Moana. Yes, you are.
Yes, it's been fun, and I really appreciate this platform. Just being able to, like Fury said, just come and sit with my friends and talk crazy and have a ball, even on things I know nothing about. As I continue to say about, I didn't say it. I didn't finish the statement, but you know where I was headed with that. And I look forward to the other things that we've got planned for next year. Fingers crossed, I'm manifested now that I end up helping y'all with the Stray Kids concert. That'd be freaking awesome. I will stab somebody. If you got somebody you like, yo, Shank, I got you. Just let me know what I need to do in order to be the one to just carry your microphone, just so I can be there. That would be awesome.
Okay.
The previous statement is not endorsed by the Moana.
We don't go around shanking people.
Like a rolling,
go to jail.
disclaimer going.
Right, disclaimer. Joy talks crazy. That's the disclaimer. She's saying stuff she don't mean. I'm not
If
saying.
you've seen the sports show, you know she talks crazy.
Right. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that and to being more involved with some of any other things that y'all are doing, like the MomoCon and DragonCon interviews and stuff. Because after DragonCon this past year, I was so vocal in a couple of other panels that I was in that they asked me if I wanted to be on the panel next year. Like I was in the group for Supercell, and they had two people who have no knowledge of any sort of Black diasporic culture at all, two white people up there trying to understand the nuances of these characters. And they couldn't even describe the show very well. And I'm in the audience helping them. And when it was over, I went up to tell them, y'all need to have people of color on this thing. And they were like, would you like to? Yes, I would. So
and then you got asked to be part of a panel that you originally wasn't on. I know you were for DragonCon.
Yeah, I just randomly Jarvis Sheffield, who is over the diversity track. I just happened to be commenting on something he put on Facebook. I was like, if y'all need speakers, whatever, holla at your girl. You know, I do D&I, blah, blah, I'm down. And he's like, funny, you should ask. And he DM'd me like he was going to be late for personal reasons. He's like, can you be on this first panel? And I was like, yeah, I'll be on the panel. Come to find out, he was supposed to be moderating the first panel. So when he said, can you be on it, what he meant was, can you moderate in my place? And I found that out as we were starting. Luckily, I'm an improv queen. So I handled like I was supposed to always be there because I'm professional. But yes, I do love to talk if y'all hadn't noticed.
Yeah. And even though you said, you know, there's on our sports segment, that's not your forte, but you give a perspective of people who enjoy sports, but you just don't follow it. There's a lot of people like that it's refreshing to like, that's me. We have all our sports fanatics and we have the regular person that I enjoy it, but I am not following none of your teams. Right. I'll watch a game and be like, I want that one to win.
Right. Ooh, I want the purple to win today.
I like the quarterback. Yep.
I once picked my teams for the Sweet 16 and the Final Four based off of just gut feeling. I went with Duke one year, and Duke actually made it to the Final Four. And the random reason I picked Duke was because Duke were the Blue Devils, and I liked the movie Devil in a Blue Dress, and I love Mouse. And so I was like, oh, well, we're going with Duke. And I beat out a whole lot of people.
Probably people like me who are analyzing statistics.
I ain't read not nary statistic. I was just like, Devil in a Blue Dress. Two Blue Devils. That's what I'm going with.
Yes. And then James and Furious can give us our statistics.
Yeah.
Back up my nonsense.
Yeah. So yes. James, what about you?
Again, this year, like the previous year, I've had a blast. I know that I can go down a rabbit hole on the sports show. A lot of times I'm just pulling topics as like last minute. Oh, this is a thing that happened. This would be cool to talk about, because again, I try not to focus solely on NFL. My trolling not excluded, but I do like pulling things as like even I may not have noticed and doing that. So yeah, I look, the sports show is like a second therapy session every month for me. You know, and I love having this platform to just go at it with you all about various things. And that's why I give you all homework, because I can't watch and be aware of everything. So having the four of you come with stuff and be like, hey, I want to talk about this thing that happened. And maybe I would have heard about it. Maybe I wouldn't have, you know.
If you give up watching anime, you could.
Why don't you just ask me to stop breathing and cut off my leg?
Then you could
eat food.
James is like, that's like you cutting off the Falcons.
If you cut off it,
yeah, it's not doesn't feel good, does it? Does it? Don't it? But no, the What You Watching series. I love I know we can't cover everything. We try to get as much stuff as possible within a certain time frame. We can't always cover everything on What You Watching. I do, like I said, I do love everything we covered there. I know I pretty much was initially the backup for opinionated variants, but pretty much
They welcomed you with open arms now.
Right. I know they're not here tonight with us, but Teresa and Simone, miss you, love you. Y'all are my favorite duel of knuckleheads.
Yes, and you giving them homework assignments. Teresa is still refusing to do anime yet.
Teresa's refusing the homework. Teresa's refusing the homework. So Simone pretty much looked at the homework and was like, "I'm gonna do 1 and 2, and then I'm gonna stray from 2 through 3 through 10 and do my own thing." So, they're fun to help out every now and then, because I want them to do their thing with that and stay in the background as much as possible and pretty much get out their way. But I am looking forward to everything we have lined up for next year, especially the Vistory, because as I told you all last month, the D&I stuff I do with my team is just, it's stuff I know, and I don't want to do a watered down corporate version of here's some history that everybody should know. Whether it's indigenous peoples or LGBTQ plus, how this country treats women, how this country treats minorities. Just like these are things you all should know. Like, and unfortunately, DEI is pretty much everything American history didn't teach you in grade school. So,
right.
But here we are. Like I said, I'm looking forward to all of that we have coming up next year. And honestly, look, I'm looking at January and February just for the What You Watching. We don't have enough time for all the stuff that's coming out in the first 60 days of the year.
Oh, true.
I just saw trailers this week for like Reacher season 3 starts in February. What else is coming? Of course, season 3 of What If is later on this month. Arcane is out. There was something else that was coming out that really got my attention. It's coming out in January, and it's like we don't have enough show for everything.
Well, some of this stuff is starting in January, but it's not going to be over. Like we wouldn't talk about Reacher in January.
I'll probably talk about it in March.
February, no, but I mean, probably the March show or maybe the April show, depending on if it's dropped all at once or week by week. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it. Like, the nerdgasm has already started.
What about you, Furious?
For 2025?
Yeah, what you're looking forward to for 2025 with the show?
Oh, I would have to say what I'm looking forward to for 2025 is definitely going to be for the sports show. I am looking forward to definitely the Super Bowl and all of the shenanigans that we will probably end up talking about on the show. I'm very much looking forward to History. That I think is going to be probably my new favorite show. Just knowing Joy and knowing what she brings as far as her preparation and just her knowledge base and the way she communicates, that is going to be some good shit. Like, I'm going to have that on the big screen TV out in the living room and not on my computer. So yeah, that's probably what I'm looking forward to the most is this History. I'm definitely looking forward to the shows we're going to talk about in the movies on What You're Watching. If I had to pick, and I know you didn't necessarily ask this, but as I'm saying it, if I had to pick a movie that I'm most forward looking to talking about, it's going to be the next Captain America movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward because the usual suspects are going to be so mad and I'm going to laugh at them so hard because it's going to be so, because I saw one trailer where we've got Captain America and we've got the new Falcon. And I'm really hoping that the new Falcon if I'm not mistaken, was a Latino teenager.
Yes.
So yeah, it's the usual suspects are gonna be mad, and I'm gonna laugh at them so much.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's just gonna be a damn good movie anyway. So the usual suspects being mad is just icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm. Just drinking those tears.
Right. Right.
They're so delicious.
Make
But
a
yeah,
margarita out of them.
Right.
Salt on rim.
Those are the things I'm most looking forward to for 2025, at least for the early 2025. Who knows about the latter of 2025? I don't know. Maybe we'll get some final announcement of actual X-Men in the MCU. That would be the thing that would probably give me the biggest nerdgasm of the year. Something
Maybe we'll hear
official.
something at MomoCon, because we have Magneto, Rogue, and Remy are going to be at MomoCon in May. Yes.
Oh, the voice actors from
Yes.
90s. Oh,
Nice.
And from 97 and the because Rogue is the same from the
Same from
original
both,
X-Men and 97,
Mhm.
and the 297 from Magneto and for Remy. They're going to be there. So yeah,
Good, yeah.
fingers crossed if they get Storm.
Who he about to make a name for himself? I
Fingers
will
crossed
never
if they
forgive
get Storm.
Channing Tatum for that nonsense.
Oh goodness.
But he did it right though.
He did. He did.
We
Meme
love
is-
it.
That is
Moana, what
successful.
about you? What are you looking most forward to in 2025 as we get ready to close out the segment?
I don't know, just what I don't know, what y'all are creating, because that means it don't come out of my brain, and it's something new for me. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to history, though, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to when Moana could talk about some of these projects she's working on that she cannot disclose at this time. Only thing we know about so far is her working with Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
That is so kick ass.
Yeah.
Don't show them this shirt though.
I don't think.
Right. That's how you get somebody kicked right
One
off.
star. One star. Hey, Disney, make this for adults. I can connect you, pay her for this design. Adults will wear this.
Yes, we would.
Yes, we will. Yes.
Absolutely.
Bestseller.
Yes. So, yes, everyone. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our new segments, of course, our What You're Watching, talking about all the upcoming movies and series, especially Captain America and the new Tiana series. I can't wait for her series. And of course, Ironheart, both
gonna be
coming
great.
on Disney Plus. I can't wait for both of those. And I'm looking for This History. I am looking forward to that. And then, of course, seeing how we can bring some of your ideas. If you're watching this on the recording, please still comment on YouTube and on our platforms and let us know if there's any ideas you have that you would love for us to cover for the show, so we can make sure it's stuff you're interested in seeing. Even though we're evergreen with all the different content that we have, we always want to add more to it, that it continues us to be the one-stop shop for your entertainment outside of Netflix, Disney Plus,
And all
Mac,
the other streams.
and all those. So, of course, like I said before, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any time we're going live on our YouTube channel. And if you miss any of our channels, any of our stuff, we have playlists for each of our segments. So our After Dark, you can see all our After Dark stuff in one playlist. We have one for our panels. We have one for our convention content, from the panels to interviews that we cover at conventions. Our mental health segment, including, and also our legal segment that we have with Kumu Manu. So You can find all that on our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything that we've done previously if you're just learning about us today. All right. Well, with that, we thank everybody for hanging out with us. We went off the rails a little bit, but if you've watched our show at any time, you know
that's what we do.
we do that quite a
That's
bit.
what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah. So of
It's
course,
why you love us.
everybody. Yes. And that keeps us, our stuff fresh and refreshing and people to enjoy it thoroughly. So, of course, everybody, also make sure you tune in on Saturday, which we'll have our one of our panels that me and Moana covered at San Diego Comic-Con, talking about using comics to promote value and belonging in the Black communities. And it is 4 amazing panelists. One is a friend of the Moana Nui Podcast, Victor Dandridge Jr., who is on that panel, along with Dr. Vanessa Hines and Dr. Lauren Chappell Love. They analyze the complexities of representation, the value of comics for Black readers. So we'll be airing that on this Saturday. Of course, every Monday, make sure you tune in at 7 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. We have our Moana Bombs that we have that Moana is hosting for that, our weekly segment on our Moana Bombs. And of course, as you heard already, tune on the 17th for What You're Watching, which they're going to dive in, talking about Wicked, the movie, and Alex Cross in the series Cross. So definitely put that on your calendar to tune in. And of course, the 18th, we got our opinionated variants coming back to do a December segment before the Christmas holiday. So with that, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you. Tune in this Saturday for our segment on the Saturday, but then also next week for all of our segments we have next week. So thank everybody for watching tonight, and thank you for engaging in our comment section too. And Mark, we appreciate you. All right, everyone, have a good night, and we'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone.
Thanks for coming out. God bless and good night.
See y'all.
So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. If this the land of the free, it was a freedom then, when they annexed Hawaii and called it Cedar Lands, without any type of payment and no signing off. Called themselves the Republic in 1894. 1.2 million acres overtaken from the native Hawaiians. When they resisted, the West retaliated in violence and erasure. The Hawaiian language is banned as part of colonialism's plan to expand, yeah. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will. So if you put Hawaii into perspective, well, Black and Asian history is interconnected. Considering the fight with the Pacific, then of course, versus Asia, he was treated as a middleman for war, but didn't let the Western colorism run its course, cause dark skin was a sign of dignity to core. The land was taken in the name of capitalism, when prior to it was an actual kingdom. Clap back at the system. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Multiple bombings of Kaho'olawe as a part of their ongoing war with Asia. Used it as a place for target practice. No consent or compensation. Colonizers call for annexation. No regard for all the locals. School will never let you know. So many stories left to tell, even if we have to ourselves. Can't keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. So many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. Too many stories left to tell. Even if we have to ourselves, can keep history on the shelf. If we won't tell it, we will. We will.